So, okay, now we'll go into request topics. All right. Now I gotta find it.
Want me to squeeze the cat, make him yell?
Okay. Nah. We will do this from Justin Hubler. We'll do this one first. He says, Netflix. What should we be watching?
Stranger Things.
There you go, Justin. Honestly, I'm really behind on my Netflix watching. I had to watch Stranger Things. I've heard it a million times over to watch it. I've heard to watch Flash.
Yeah.
If you're into this sort of thing, I guess. Like, it's a little goofier, you know, so...
Well, Flash is.
Yeah, he is. He's a really charismatic asshole of sorts, but...
Why's he gotta be an asshole? Because he's fast?
Yeah, all assholes are fast.
The faster the
All
superhero
assholes are fast.
the faster the superhero moves, the more of an asshole he is.
Look at Vin Diesel. He drives fast. He's an asshole.
Diesel's not an asshole. He's actually a really nice guy.
Fucking tried to sell me Street Sharks when I was a kid.
Yeah, and he was fucking ecstatic to sell you them Street Sharks.
Yo, is a fucking shark.
He had way more enthusiasm than that.
Punch in action.
He's beating the shit out of them turtles.
God damn it. I always say if you're looking for a good horror... Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. I did it again.
No, I was trying.
Fucking stop it, Matt.
What?
Let Will
Looking
talk,
for a-
Matt.
The worst part of this whole show.
Looking for a good horror. Or what?
horror movie.
Okay.
And if you haven't watched it, Babadook.
Babadook.
If you can get...
Isn't
you
it
gotta
Babadook?
get... Huh?
Isn't it like
Babadook?
Babadook or-
The Babadook.
Babadook.
Fuck it,
Babadook, whatever.
I'm never gonna watch it.
Potato. You
Yep.
should. It's good,
It's
though.
too spooky.
It's a really good horror movie. I liked it a lot. You just got to get past the woman's son. He's very annoying, but there's a good payoff, like toward the end.
Some money shots near the end.
Crystal Pepsi. That aftertaste.
The more I kill myself inside, the less I taste it.
Obviously, Daredevil and Jessica Jones. Luke Cage is coming out next month.
Oh yeah, Luke Cage. If you,
For some
once that
reason,
comes out,
I was never a big Power Man or I didn't really like the comics either.
You just fucking hate superheroes that are mercenaries.
No, I don't.
You thought I was gonna go somewhere else, though, didn't you?
I did. I was getting ready for it. I'm like, don't you put that on me. That's Will's play. I remember it was like editing like the last episode. You're like, yeah, you sitting over here, Jason coming out of the shadows. I was like, yeah, he said something right. We're like, yes.
But you can always do what I do if you want to watch something on Netflix. Type in a word, go to the second movie that shows up, watch it, regardless of what it is.
Yeah. And if you use my fast forwarding technique, you can blow through like 30 movies in an hour.
You can watch all of Netflix with this strategy.
Yeah. You just go through, you're like, oh wait, something interesting, stop, watch it. Alright, now keep going.
And if you haven't watched it yet, Making a Murderer, it's pretty good. ESPN 30 for 30 films.
Yeah.
A bunch of them on there that are good.
I love how Will has all the serious stuff, and we're just like,
There's a lot of good
let's ruin their queue.
There's a lot of good
There was,
documentaries on there about video
yeah.
games, like King of Kong. That was a really good one.
About Billy Mitchell
Yeah.
and his hot sauce.
Yeah.
Kyle, one of the managers at Annie Bailey's,
And Baines.
was telling me about a Magic the Gathering
Oh yes, there is a documentary
about that,
on
and how it's very good. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, and I've been meaning to really.
There's also a documentary, I hope it's still on there, about a Major League pitcher named Doc Ellis who pitched a no-hitter on acid back in the 1970s.
shit.
Well, I mean, why would you not, though?
And
You gotta avoid those fucking
and
dragons.
it talks
man.
about his career and his life, and it's very interesting.
You can't piss him off with that ball. You can kill yourself.
I also I watched a lot of the horror movies on there. It was a documentary about. There's a couple good horror documentaries. There's one about the dawn of horror in the exploitation and blaxploitation genres. Then there's, I think it's called Red, White, and Blue horror or something. Red, White, and Blue American Horror
All
or whatever.
American horror,
Yeah.
All American, yeah.
That one's really good. It covers basically from the start to the finish of like American horror, from like early days till modern. Then there's
There's only one movie that you need to concern yourself with.
yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Leprechaun 3.
No, well, yeah. I mean, everybody fucking knows that. They're like, what's your favorite horror movie? Fucking Leprechaun 3, bitch. Like, what's yours? Something better? But there's that, and then there was the documentary about the Nightmare on Elm Street. I can't remember what that was called. It has Nightmare in the title. I know that much.
Yeah.
But that was a good documentary. I mean, like, I watched it and I kind of felt bad for Robert Englund because I feel like they just followed him around for like a week straight.
He just pestered the shit out of him.
Like, what's it like being Freddy? And he's like, I'm trying to make eggs. Like, leave me alone. I'm an old fucking man. I need to eat.
He's like, you know I did other movies, right?
This
yeah,
is the only one
how
that
was it to be
matters.
Freddy? So, okay. Well, yeah.
One more suggestion.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
sure
yeah,
if it's
yeah.
still available on Netflix anymore because it's been a very long time since I've seen it. But if you'd like to really fuck up your queue and have people question what the fuck you're watching, there's a Japanese movie called ZombieASS.
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ.
it is fucking amazing.
It's fucking horrible.
It's so good.
No. It isn't. And I've watched some pretty stupid shit in my day.
It's just so fucking hilarious.
It did not. It was a waste of resources to make that fucking movie.
I laughed my ass off through the whole thing.
And if you're looking for
Contented
animated,
side.
if you're looking for animated comedies, I know Archer's on there, BoJack Horseman.
I thought people don't care about BoJack Horseman anymore because it stopped being.
I mean,
funny.
if you haven't watched Archer, you gotta fucking watch Archer. That's a great show. I know most of Bob's Burgers on there. I know there's some Bob's Burgers cult fans out there.
Hey, Bob's Burgers.
There's a cookbook that like is a bunch of pun-made burgers that you can buy.
I liked it early on. I thought it was funnier then. Like, now it kind of feels like it's being a little safer.
Yeah, moved it to an earlier time slot, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I'll never forget that first episode where he's worried about the food inspectors, and he goes downstairs and have a talk with his wife, and his daughter's like running the register, and they come in, and she's like, "Do you like the burger special today?" It's called the child molested burger. It comes with candy.
Dude, Shane tells that joke so many fucking times.
I'm sure he does.
It gets so damn old. Like, at least 12 times a month. At least.
Well, I wouldn't expect any less. So, one more request topic here, and I guess we'll get this one out of here. Liza, Bacon. Will might know her.
Yeah,
She wants us
She
to-
might be married to me.
She
I
might
don't
be
know.
married to you.
Check the paperwork on that.
Yeah,
She wants us to talk about Olympics.
yeah.
I haven't seen a single goddamn thing.
America is winning. Last I checked, we had 19 medals, and that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
All of them from Michael Phelps.
I know everybody was panicking because like we were 2 days into the Olympics and there was only one gold medalist from the States and it was for air rifle. And everybody was just
yeah.
like, "Oh my God,
Of course,
we're losing to Turkey."
Of course, America would fucking.
Win the shooting contest, though. Why would we not? We're gonna
Sure.
blast everything away.
Sure. Well, I know that one thing I've definitely noticed about this Olympics that I know it was some in the past, but it just seems like now, even more so, social media is playing such a different role in the games because, like, the athletes for like during the opening ceremonies are coming out like taking selfies and posting them on Instagram
yeah, dude.
during the open ceremonies, and
The world's become so corrupt because of social media.
it's like, you know, I kind of feel like almost that's taking away from some of the like prestige and the mystique of the opening ceremonies for the Olympic Games because
It's definitely taking away from the prestige, but mystique, I don't know about that.
yeah,
This is a bunch of people walking with fire.
well, yeah, but it symbolizes something. It symbolizes all nations coming together.
Yeah, the prestige of it.
Yeah.
There's no mystique in it.
Well, okay, I guess.
You don't know who started that fire.
I swear to God, the sun.
It's been always burning since the world's been turning.
Stop it. Billy Joel's gonna rise from his grave and murder all of us.
Billy Joel's gonna give me Phelps Face. That's what he's gonna do.
But I've seen a few of the games. Like I was watching the women's rugby, Canada versus Great Britain, and God, it was Great Britain getting their ass kicked. It was like 26-10, and that's just embarrassing.
One thing that I've noticed so far in these games, and I'm sure this has happened in the past, but some major injuries We had a cyclist from the Netherlands. I believe.
Explode on the track.
Yeah, she was coming down an incline. She was coming down the incline,
Listen to it,
and it was
man.
raining.
Uh-huh.
And she was probably coming down there going probably like 65, 70 miles an hour on a racing cycle. Her wheel skids, she goes over the handlebars onto the curb, and her head just kind of goes limp to the side. And like the car's coming past with the camera, and you just see this, it looked like a dead body, just laying alongside the road, and they're just kind of like, oh my goodness, that looks nasty, that looks bad, but like nobody's really speculating, like she wasn't moving or anything, and then like they kind of cut away real quick and focused on the rest of the racers, and then they come back and say, well, she's conscious and is speaking, and she's doing okay. Well, it turns out that I believe there was 3 cracked vertebrae.
Something like that, yeah.
And
it's pretty fucking
yeah,
bad.
and she's lucky to be alive, because it did look like
Similar to Mila Jovovich's stunt double.
it literally looked like I had just witnessed somebody die on the racetrack. It was intense. And then you saw this, the gymnast that broke his leg.
Yeah. Front flips of doom. That's.
It was.
He did not stick that landing too well. His leg just like, hey, you know what my favorite letter is? L. It's like broke right at the shin. Thomas Gibson came in and broke his shin.
I get the idea of like wanting to give your all at this, but sometimes you have to understand your limits, even if you want to be an Olympian.
Dial it back just a scotch.
This
You can
isn't
maybe
like
still win.
ancient Rome where motherfuckers are long jumping so hard they break their legs, and that's normal. This is fucking 2016.
I'm glad you brought up ancient Rome, because Michael Phelps actually broke a record from somebody from the original Olympic Games. Leonidas was the holder of most wins in an individual competition.
Yeah.
And Michael Phelps passed him with that, with his.
Couldn't beat him in a sword fight.
No.
Leonidas would cut his fucking face off.
Yeah.
Then what's he gonna be
Fucking
looking at with
Leonidas
angry
spinning in
eyes?
his grave right now.
Yeah, he ain't spinning his grave.
Down in that grand mausoleum.
He's a goddamn skeleton.
Yes.
He's getting ready for
He's
Spooktober.
gonna come back as a Skeletor. He's gonna be like, "Let's go, Phelps! Pick up a sword." He's like, "A sword? I never used one of these before." He's like, "You're so tough. You think you're good?"
I see it. In ancient Rome, when you swam, you had to kill your opponents at the finish line.
Yeah.
You had to be crowned
See,
champion.
like Phelps is getting away too easy. Like back in those times, they had fucking like Krakens and shit. They had I saw the Beowulf movie. He fucking was
They
swimming.
lie a whole bunch.
You had to fucking like fight those little Cyclops Leviathan demons and shit like that. Phelps, he's got a nice pool.
Yeah, worst thing he's got going on is he ripped his swim cap the other night and he had to wear somebody else's.
He's swimming in a nice
That would
little
piss me off.
temperature
He
controlled
looked
pool.
pissed. I have seen Michael Phelps.
Michael?
I've seen Maple Phelps
Maple Phelps.
mouth some
That is gonna be my
pretty
new Steve name, dude.
Maple Phelps.
mouth some pretty vulgar things. Like he was
You
pissed.
can write it down.
He was pissed.
Maple Phelps.
Yeah, he ripped his swim cap like literally like 30 seconds before he was supposed to get ready in this relay, and he had to borrow one of his teammates to get up there.
Teammates.
They're like,
They
sorry.
cloned him?
Like, sorry,
There's
Phelps.
no other reason to have anybody else.
You lost your swim cap, gotta shave your head. That's the rules. Set up by Leonidas.
He's there like shaving his head with a sword.
He's got like that fucking Bowie from Rambo. Like, all the other like, countries are like, holy shit, America's playing for keeps.
So
That dude's like dry shaving with a goddamn Bowie knife.
and it wouldn't be the Olympics without a few memes, and I guess the biggest one right now is Phelps Face. Basically,
It's your favorite.
And what are you talking about? It wouldn't be the Olympics without me.
There's been a last couple of years. There's been memes.
Yeah, last couple of years we've been having Olympics for over 2,000 years.
Well, I'm just saying nowadays. I'm sorry, I didn't preface that sentence with over the last several years. It wouldn't be the Olympics without a meme.
I'm sorry.
I mean, if they had memes back then, I'm sure Leonidas would have had some memes.
He killed all those people.
Yeah.
You would never make fun of Leonidas. He'd kill you, and then he'd bang your sister.
they never got the memes made because they
I
had
don't
to
even
chisel them
have
in
a
the
sister,
rock.
so that's impressive.
You'd bang your mom, make your sister, and then bang your sister.
Oh, that. You know what? Maple Phelps.
Maple Phelps.
My hat's off to you, sir, but you are no Leonidas.
God damn it.
So Phelps Face. I've showed you this. You already knew about it.
Yeah.
Basically, they were backstage getting ready, in the warm-up area, and Chad Leclos of South Africa, who beat Phelps out in this event at the London Games, was trying to get in the Phelps head, because one of the reasons that Phelps came back this year to compete again was because he wanted to avenge that loss. And so Leclos was trying to get in his head. He's kind of like shadow boxing and stuff. And Phelps is just sitting
He's
there.
gonna help you swim, huh?
Phelps is just sitting there doing his best scout. He's like all pissed off looking, and then all of a sudden people are like, "Oh, it's like Anakin Skywalker." And,
Yeah.
And oh, it's like a,
If it wasn't the fucking hood.
yeah, the hood did
That's
it. Yeah.
all it was. Like,
Yeah.
if you would have just sat there looking angry, they'd be like, he's fucking pissed. The hood makes him look like, why the fuck is he looking
Well,
like a goddamn movie
the
character?
announcers made such a big deal out of it. They're like, I don't even want to watch the race. I want to watch this.
What's gonna come of it, though?
I don't know. And then like
He's gonna jump on the guy.
they're
and
out
rip his
getting
throat
ready
out?
to get on the blocks for the race, and Leclos is just staring at Phelps, and Phelps is just looking all angry,
Yeah.
putting his hat on.
And that's how you fucking win, man.
Yeah.
You get them worrying about you instead of worrying about winning.
And
the
Leclos
race.
did not win. I don't even think Leclos got silver. I think he may have gotten bronze. I don't know, but
He fucking crushed his spirit so bad, I'm sure.
he psyched his own self out.
That'd be a lesson to you future
And,
swimmers.
That's why you focus on winning and not the other person.
And then we have all the allegations of doping with the Russian athletes who had failed tests from the qualifying.
you know, stop them though.
And I mean, they're Russia.
Fucking
Honest to
Putin.
God, even when the Cold War was going on, you had those Russian women coming out with mustaches that weren't natural.
Yeah, the Killers has been a joke about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But again, how you gonna stop him? Putin puts steroids in all the food.
Oh.
You can't stop. Like they
Have
no
you seen
choice.
that man?
Like,
That's pretty obvious.
if
He
you
eats
go to
a bowl of
Russia-
steroids for
You
breakfast.
go to Russia, you're eating steroids no matter what you eat.
Yeah.
You come into the country, if you have food, it's burnt, and they give you a roll, and it's just like beefier than you.
Yeah, and you know if you don't win and you go back home, it's probably a death
Gulag.
sentence.
It's not death sentence. You go to Gulag,
Go to Gulag.
right up in
So-
Siberia, freeze
so-
your ass off.
So one of the racers that applied to be reinstated, because some of them were banned from competing, was Yulia Efimova, one of the Olympic swimmers. And there was a girl swimming for the United States, Lily King, who's probably one of the better short distance swimmers. She was calling Efimova out, saying that she's going to beat her ass basically, because to show people that you should do it the right way and not do drugs and all this stuff. And like Efimova was up there after she won her semifinal, I think. She was up there claiming to be number one, and they showed Lily King backstage doing like a Dikembe Mutombo, like, no, not in my house.
Oh.
So it created.
If she sounded like that, that'd have been so much fun.
It created some, some interesting moments in the pool, more than just the normal competition. It was good to have some showmanship in a way, some rivalries and whatnot, and then Lily King did win the race, so that was pretty cool. But I will say, the Olympics, it's very hit and miss for me. Like, I can't just sit and watch whatever they put on.
Dude, the kayaking competition is fucking insane. Did you watch
Yeah.
any of that?
No, that's another thing. It's on so many different fucking channels.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's on their website and their app and everything.
Like, I was watching a bit of the kayaking, and you have got to be so fucking strong upper body, because, like, I'm watching this guy, they have to, like, go through green, and then apparently go around, I don't really know the rules, around certain ones.
Mhm.
Dude would, like, stop in front of the ones he's supposed to go around, like, on a dime, in these raging fucking waters, and then just turn around, go around, and go through it. And I'm like, no, I would never be able to fucking do that shit. I'd die first. They'd be pulling my ass out of that fucking pool.
But I mean, the American women gymnastics team, nobody can touch them. I mean, the poor Chinese team, the girls are like flying off the floor routine. Like literally, they missed their final turn and they're just like falling on their ass and sliding off the floor. And the one British girl fell on her face, and it's like nobody can compete with the American team right now. They're just.
I'm really surprised about that too, because China usually is very good at gymnastics. Excuse me.
Yeah.
They're
That's
not
true.
They're not getting any.
I mean, they
fucking food when
still
get back to China.
medaled in the team because they did finish the team final, and the U.S. I mean, it came down to the U.S. person that went up last would have had to have literally broken her leg and then ripped it off and threw it into the judges in order to not win the gold medal. It was that they just ran away with it, but. It's kind of like almost like the men's basketball with the USA just pretty much dominating everything.
That's never fair, man. We made that damn sport.
It's always been like that.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's just like we're like, all right, well, what we're gonna do? Well, let's bring basketball in. We're gonna get all our best players and put them on one team.
That's such an unfair fucking thing.
No, I mean it used to be they had to be amateur athletes in order to compete, and then
That wasn't fun enough
and then
to
in
watch.
Barcelona in '92 they did the Dream Team where they allowed the professionals to play.
Yeah.
And that's when from there on it was just like guaranteed gold every year. If you wanted a gold, just show up. And
Show up.
Like, hey, Japan, you get your basketball team together? We've got Jordan, we've got Bird. They're just like, we'll go home.
I mean, there are some other
We'll
decent...
pay you to like just not even mention that we're a team.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, Liza's going to get mad at me for mentioning this, but she was wondering why Africa doesn't have a better basketball team. And I said, here's the thing. Here's the thing with how I look at it. If you look at other countries, like Australia, for
I don't know what the fuck to say to this.
Australia, for
You
instance,
see, like you're turning.
has
the
a
wheel
lot
and
of good
you're like,
players.
I got nothing.
but they may have like 2 or 3 good players, and the rest of it, they're just, they're good. They're not Olympic
Yeah.
level good. And here's the thing: there's only been like maybe 6 or 7 really big name basketball players to come out of Africa.
I'm done, man.
It's just like I've got nothing for this. I really don't.
I'm so getting yelled at for saying
Yes,
that.
you are.
She was
It's
joking.
it's the end of you.
Yeah.
Well, that'd be
She's
just
gonna be sleeping out of that fucking Pokemon stop.
Well, that's like, I don't know. I mean, think about it. It's like when, like, is it the Winter Olympics hockey? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Canada not winning.
No, typically they do.
No, but I mean, like, it'd be like if Canada
Yeah.
didn't win, you'd be like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like every one of your kids is born with a room full of ice and skates.
They're just bored with.
That's their room.
They don't wear baby booties. They wear
What
baby
the
ice skates.
Fuck.
I don't know.
We might be being
I'll have
invaded.
to. I'll be right back. Go ahead and you guys keep it rolling. I'll be right back.
Right.
There's emergencies. I'll be right
I see
back.
someone rolling down the steps.
It's live here at Grindcast. We don't cut away for anything because we don't want to edit it out. So,
Yeah, the Olympics this year, I don't know. It's a little bit surprising for me that America's winning so much.
sure.
But we'll be back to being seen as just, the fast food eating country once the
Yeah.
Olympics are over.
Yeah.
As soon as it's
Yeah.
done.
All right, we're safe.
What happened?
There's just that mask again.
Seriously?
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I have
It's just that mask.
which is just about everybody that's not in this room. I have a front entrance foyer to my house, and I have an antique Japanese ceremonial mask that I have against one of the walls, and for some reason, it keeps jumping off the wall onto the floor. So
It's so fucking. There's nothing in there.
it's creepy as shit. I will admit that, and I don't know what to do about
That's
it.
happening literally right behind me here.
Yeah.
So
It might have picked up on the mic even. It sounded like
Yeah.
12 cannons just fired in my basement.
yeah.
I mean, it was so loud. Like, it bounced so many times. It had to have fucking moved.
And I
Like-
this might be an odd thing to throw in here, but I just realized that one of my neighbors owns a cannon.
Who are you fucking neighbors?
How would you say this might be an odd thing to have?
Are you neighbors with Mayor Gray?
I honest to God, I look over in their
Okay, what
yard,
about pirates?
and I'm like,
Like-
is that a fucking cannon?
And he's like, yep.
Why do they have a cannon?
He's just
In
like,
case the redcoats come back.
let your dog shit in my yard again, dude. He's just standing there with a fucking, like, fingers ready to...
It's always got the black powder in it, ready to go.
Yeah, it's fully
And
loaded,
it would
ready
just
to
seem
go.
like it's just something I'm saying to be funny, but no, honest to God, my neighbors have a cannon. I'm concerned. Shouldn't they have a license or something?
No, you don't need a license for a cannon.
Yeah.
I guess.
It's illegal as shit for a civilian to own it. But you can get it.
Well, there you go. Now you probably gotten busted.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a cop listening.
again,
It's just like,
Yeah, well, what are they gonna? Well, they could drive around and look for the cannon in the yard, but yeah. Like, how are they gonna know?
They can't get into his yard, though.
Just throw a blanket over it.
Again, though, Mayor fucking Gray has a
Cannon
goddamn
blanket.
cannon. He just fires that shit whenever he wants.
It's a cannon cover, and it just has a picture of a cannon on it.
A smaller cannon. Like, oh, that's the proper caliber
no,
cannon.
it's just a blanket that says not a cannon.
Not a cannon. Definitely not.
And it's like one of those. It's one of those covers that's like for a grill where it's cut to fit all the parts. So you just put it over and it's like shaped just like a cannon. It just says not a cannon.
keeps the dust off and the cops away.
Yeah.
When you pull
Oh,
it, when you
God.
pull the cover off, it's just a grill.
Yeah.
That's what you don't realize, Will. That thing opens up. He fucking
Yeah.
makes burgers all day all
It
the
could
time.
be.
It's a grill cannon.
It's a grill cannon. It could be a grill cannon.
He's launching those to the next
Okay.
fucking county. My cousins are hungry. Load up the cannon.
Fire up the cannon. We're celebrating Maple Phelps gold medal.
All right. Well, tell everybody where they can find it.
Well,
Well.
you can find us at various locations on the interwebs.
You can find Will right next to the cannon.
Yeah,
More
you just
details
narrowed
on
down where
that-
your house is.
More details on that in the annotations below. But as always, YouTube, grindcast.libsyn.com.
Yeah, check out that YouTube channel. Subscribe to it.
We're on iHeartRadio.
Yes, we
So
are
you can
now.
go on
yeah.
there and heart us.
Yeah. It's a star. For faves.
Well, they're really
they're
slacking.
fucking up. Yeah, I know.
He's saying people can love us there.
They can.
They can enjoy our time.
It's very true. Well,
Thank you for that sentiment, Will. You're a kind-hearted man.
he's a beautiful man. He really is.
You might want to see a doctor about that.
Thank you so much for
Psychiatrist,
listening.
not a medical
Thank you guys
doctor.
so much for watching. Catch you in the next episode.
Ooh.